Could you kind of put into context how impressive that outing was from J.D. Thompson?
Yeah, in a lot of different ways. I mean, short rest, first inning last week, just the response to everything, the response to the home run and getting the 3 strikeouts, and then the 6th inning, fielding his own bunt, and then getting 2 strikeouts after that, after 2 leadoff hits. But just the ability to not give him anything, not give in, get to the 9th. We haven't had that this year. Very, very impressive. It was fun to watch. It's a very good team he pitched against. So, happy and proud of him.
Did you have any hesitation of sending him out for the 8th inning?
I did, but I think for him, it was knowing that he had another day of rest on the backside of it. He had the look of, he went right to the bench, so he wasn't giving anyone any opportunity to make any decision at that point. But when he went and sat down, I talked to Brownie, and after that, we were just going hitter by hitter. But I felt like that was one of his strongest innings anyway. And 1, 2, 3. We couldn't have let him gone deep. He wanted the first hitter in the 9th, but he had done his job. The thing I was concerned about most is we had the long offensive inning, and for him to sit and then come back out again, I was a little concerned about that, but he managed.
How good was it to see Brody hit that home run in the 7th inning?
I thought he was on. I think Brody's getting better. He is getting better. But that was a big shot for us. Kind of broke it open and got the energy into the stadium, into the dugout, and there was some really good at-bats after that. But yeah, we really needed that one.
What was kind of the energy shift you sensed in the dugout after that one? Just more confidence in the guys?
Yeah, there wasn't any panic during the course of the game because, you got 2 big leaguers, I think, out there. I mean, Curley, you got to give him a lot of credit. That was an outstanding pitch game, and he's really good at what he does. He can mix. He's got a good arm. He keeps you off of pitches, but I felt like at some point we would break it open. I didn't know when. My concern was just keeping them right there, but we did. And then after that, I thought I did a nice job of hitting the ball the other way. Barzy, Hump, those were good at bats. But and then the base running, I thought was really. Rooster made 3 base running maneuvers tonight that were very, very impressive. And Brody running the bases too at the end, wheeling on that ball. So that was the difference.
Could Sawyer come back and pitch later this weekend?
Yeah, I think so. I don't think there's any doubt about that. So we'll just see how he feels tomorrow. Make a decision, but he'll want to. I know that.
Coach, Georgia's obviously a very good baseball team. How good did it feel to come out here, hang with them, keep them at 1 run, finally score in the 7th, and then add on another in the 8th to get this win tonight? That's a big one for you.
It is. Well, it's not about hanging with them. It's about beating them. I think that's all there is to it. I mean, we've got a good team too. It might be a little bit differently. The personalities of the teams might be different, but at the same time, I know we pitch and I know we play defense and we're scrappy at the plate. So, I mean, for them, it's just keeping the ball in the ballpark and not giving them any extra bases. If you give them the extra base, then they can do the damage. So I told the team, solos aren't going to beat you, but they get magnified when they reach base, and JD just did a great job of negating that.
What about JD mentally allowed him to bounce back from the opening homer?
JD's life allows him to bounce back from a lot of different things. He's just that kid. He's very responsive. He responded in such a good way last week too, to an inning that J.D. Thompson has never had. So he's just a tough kid. He's a tough kid, very reliable. But to keep his focal point tonight into the game for that length of time against that team was special.
What have you seen out of Braden Hulcom, not only this week, but especially today? He took, a tough 8-pitch count. He worked up the count, and then he got the sort of insurance run for you guys tonight and was also playing first. What did you see out of him, and what have you continued to see out of him through
just
the
more
SEC
confidence.
play?
Yeah, just more confidence. I mean, he's a very capable young man. And when his athleticism allows him to play a lot of different positions on the field, whether it's left, right, I mean, he was always chasing balls in center field and telling me he's the best center fielder we have. But he's just very capable of doing a lot of things. But I can see the bat start to work. That's why I'm very hopeful about, you know, Brody and Hulcom and Rigdon. I think those guys are coming.
Got time for one more?
What about Holcomb allowed you to want him to be at first base tonight, and kind of how'd you see Riley Nelson respond to being at DH and his mindset through that?
Well, Riley loves playing first base, and Riley's a good first baseman, but the best combination for us was Riley does a nice job in the DH spot. He stays pretty centered. We felt like Rigdon was the left field option because of how he's improved defensively, and we felt like putting Braden at first base would allow him just to kind of move around. I think for Braden, playing defense is really important for his offense.
All right. Thank you, guys.